Welcome to another video by Stern Academy. In this one, I want to make it a bit different. I don't want to keep flooding you guys with knowledge and methods all the time, which is why I wanted to make this video. I don't want to keep on stressing you guys with new things. In this one, I want to remind you that everybody started somewhere. Everybody has their first struggles and first obstacles, and in my opinion, those are the things that you're going to cherish when all of this is said and done. In this video, I want to tell you me and my partner's story in online marketing, how we started individually, how we partnered up, what we worked on at the beginning, and things like that. I want you to really value your journey as an entrepreneur because you overcoming the obstacles is what you're going to reminisce over in the future. Hope you enjoyed this video and find it relatable. Leave your story if you want to in the comment section or any question you might have. We will be quick to respond. Roll the intro. Me and my partner come from the same city in an underdeveloped European country known as Macedonia. And to start things off, first I want to tell you guys about my story, how I started out. I first started out with the help of a friend of mine who was working with Facebook fan pages about the NBA. He found some guy who had a website with ads, and basically he was bringing traffic from those Facebook fan pages to the guy's site. And he would get paid those days around, let's say, $600 a month, which at the start, when I was starting out, it was like so much money for me to be able to make online. And you know, when you first find out that you can be making money online, it's really crazy for you because all of a sudden you're making money from this machine that you got in front of you. And what he had was basketball fan pages, and I asked him about how it all goes, how it can be done. And I was quick to learn all those things. He started teaching me how to grow the fan page, how to interact with the people, and I basically did those things. I started growing a fan page. He even gave me one of his, and I started sharing things there. But what happened was that Facebook changed its algorithm to where if people don't usually like your content or go too much to your content on your Facebook fan page, they're not gonna start seeing it. And basically the fan pages were not active. I started growing mine, but I wanted to do something else. I was still growing it, but it wasn't that consistent. So basically that failed for me, and my friend, he started doing something else and I started doing something else. What I did was I started making NBA videos and uploading them to YouTube. It was a useful skill to know, and basically it helps me out today. So that's what I recommend you guys to try to do. Learn as many skills as you can: Photoshop, Sony Vegas, heck, even audio mix and things like that. But I started making NBA videos with NBA highlights and started putting them on YouTube. And I did that because of passion. I just like doing it. And what my other friends were doing, they were clicking on those websites where you have to click on an ad and you can get paid by that. But I knew that those sites were bullshit, so that's why I didn't do them. I tried telling them, I told them not to do it, but still, it's a scammer thing, and I guess it worked. So after that, I started off with SEO. I started learning SEO, and I was really hooked by it because it was interesting to me. Even though it's more of a long-term thing, a long-term approach, it was really interesting for me to learn those things. So at the start, I started off with a sound equipment website, I think, and it failed miserably. After that, I had an MBA website to try to recreate what the employer of my friend was doing, or not the employer, but the guy with the website and the ads. So I was trying to mimic that, and to an extent it started working, but still I continued with SEO before that. And while doing SEO, you should know that it does take capital beforehand so you can start seeing results. It does take a lot of time and patience, so I don't definitely recommend SEO for beginners who want to make some money, not real fast, but still don't want to wait a long ass time to make money, because SEO is basically that. I started ranking for different things. I started testing out different niches. I know I had a website about chiropractors in the USA, and that ranked, but I didn't really see the potential in it. I ranked on page 2, and I was like, oh, this is taking too much time. I don't have the money, don't have the time. And I started doing different things. And that's one of the things that I regret doing, not continuing with these SEO sites that I know can work these days. I think I had something about online trainers as well, and that can work really well. So I started off doing Fiverr gigs. I don't remember what they were, either writing or making a video or something like that. Then I started writing on iWriter, which is basically you write an article for somebody, and if they like it, they pay you, or they pay you regardless. But I was writing good content, but all of a sudden, 2 days before I get paid, I get banned because I was doing some shady stuff. I was rewriting from videos, not really rewriting, but transcribing some videos. And that happened, which was a bummer. I did some freelancing on freelancer.com. That place was a hell of a lesson for me because at first, when you're starting with these freelancer websites, what you need to know is that you're basically nothing at the start because you don't have a review, you don't have a rating, nobody knows you, nobody knows what you can do. So basically at the start, what I did was slavery. I had to go to a gig and write 10 articles of about 1,000 words each about different health topics, and they were all original and researched by me, and I got paid only $1, and I got a bad review, even though the deal was I would get a good review for doing it for nearly for free. And after that, I had my review. I started getting more by doing videos, but I was happy at the time because I was making money for the first time, and it was interesting for me. But still, it wasn't anything that can be really scalable that much, and it wasn't really passive income, which I liked. And don't believe that passive income shit, even though it is possible, but nothing is 100% automated. After that, I did some SEO gigs where I was selling PBNs to people, and I think I'm going to make a video on scraping PBNs so you can do the same. And I was selling my services from the PBNs, which is basically an outdated website that nobody owns anymore but still has authority. And I was using those websites for SEO reasons, and I was getting paid that way. After a while, I contacted my now partner, and we started working on a project together. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about his story, and I'm going to tell you what happened after that. But now when telling his story, it's not the same because if he told it, it will be a lot better and it will be a lot longer. And this video, as I can see, is long within itself. So I'm just going to skim through the stuff because I'm telling it, not him. So what he did at the start, he wasn't doing anything. He started working with an uncle of his and started with Black Hat method with video marketing. He combined those two, and he was making some good money with his uncle. And at the time, they were working together, and there was a lot of pressure put on him by his uncle because he didn't know that much English. Basically, my partner was carrying the whole thing, and there was a lot of pressure for him. But then after that, I think one time they even stopped working together, but then they came back and found somebody, found an Arab entrepreneur, and they worked together. And that is something that's really cool. If you can find people like that, definitely do it. Start networking. And along with his uncle and the foreign entrepreneur, they started working together, and they started making a product. Now, when they were making the product, the uncle of my friend, my partner, he quit because he felt that he wasn't doing enough, and that they were taking the whole job and that they were going to screw him over. That was not going to happen, but still he left and the whole project failed. After that, he started making funny videos, and he put in them on YouTube, basically compilations of funny videos, and they worked really well. He told me they were getting around 300,000 views a day, which is crazy. He was doing the YouTube method that we have on this channel at one point, and he was making good money with that. And after a while, after the YouTube algorithm changed, basically the whole funny video thing failed. He started writing on his own blog, which is called Paid Online Jobs. You can check it out. And after that, what he started to do is he contacted me. We started working together on a project called OS Memes. Now, what OS Memes basically stands for is old school memes, and what we try to do, and I think we might even get back to this idea because it was interesting for us, is we made a website like 9gag that had all the memes, but that were good in the past, the old but gold memes. And we would post them every day on that website. And we were starting to get traffic, but we didn't notice because we didn't know that it was actually good. I think we might get back into that, and you might check it out soon enough. But we started doing that. And after a while, because we started trying different methods, and at the time those methods were bringing a lot more money, we stopped with OS memes, even though it's a more of a long-term thing and it takes more branding, and the SEO was getting good, so it's a bummer. And after that, we started working on different methods. There was money here and there, but our big break came when we started doing the Facebook method, and it kind of rose from our city, and more people were doing it, but we were doing it in a different way. We were using software, Mass Planner, and you can definitely check it out if you want to on stoneracademy.com. Everything is explained there. We started doing those things, and it was going really good. It was like our big break. But then we wanted to do something even more long-term, which brings us here today. This was kind of a big leap. I leaped over 1 year of working and doing stuff, but still, after doing the Facebook method, which was successful for us, we started thinking more long-term. We're still doing it here and there, but we know that at the end of the day, the real money is in the long-term stuff. And you can go long-term with the Facebook method, but the thing is, it takes time to find the real thing, the real niche. And we're going to make a case guide on that, but still, like I want to say, I don't want to get out of the theme that I'm talking about here. And what I want to say is that after that, we start thinking more long-term, and which brings us to these videos you're watching right now. We are doing some e-commerce as well, but this is basically the main thing. This is our journey. This is our story. I want to hear yours. So in the comment section, if you want to, you can write it. If you don't, I don't know, do whatever. But till next time, we'll see you in the next video.